SFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Set up! 180! Behind! Mike, number 53! Mike, 53!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lock in.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Set up! 180! Red, up!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Muscling free near the 40. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Robinson. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Blue.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
180! Hey, 18, 18, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Boykin. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, Boykin. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Boykin to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Boykin. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Ramik Wilson in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Crowder now to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Out of the gun, Boykin. And incomplete here on third down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They go play action. Trubisky. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Trubisky will throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, it's Boykin. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Pirine. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Boykin on 2nd down. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now it's Boykin. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a carry for Pirine. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Pirine. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Lock it.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Set up. 180. Let's go. Let's go. Pick it up.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set up. 180. Red, up.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Red, up. Set up. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Let's go, defense. Set up. 180. Let's go. Okay, we got Mike.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
180. Move. Red, up. Red, up.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 44 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Boykin on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Boykin. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's Boykin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again here, Boykin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
18. Sit up. 180.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. His throw incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
18. Sit up. 180.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Room here to run. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake, Boykin. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! 4 down, check, 4 down. Switch.
Boykin on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They toss to P-Rod. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide.
And no gain. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action now. Boykin. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 19 yards away. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Trubisky now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run it here with P-Rod. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, here's P-Ryan. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And they're running right through it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff working right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Boykin. Able to get away. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
This time, Boykin looks to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Here we go!
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Redskins with a football and the lead as we start the 4th. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Boykin. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. From the shotgun, Boykin. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Trubisky on first down. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's P-Ryan to begin the drive. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run again with P-Ryan. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Boykin. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
18, 18. 57,
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it?
On second down, here's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Preston Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the... Now Trubisky lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And Hopkins' kick is good. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a 1st down. So how big might the special teams mistake be there? Running into the kicker, and that penalty leads to 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there is where the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.